Excuse me, Travis Winggoodsill. I guess we can call this part 2 of the previous video. Let's see, was it LDS church, prophet, priests, lawyers, lose to Mormon Moses or something like that. Need to upload that to YouTube for you. So I'll take you on my journey this morning. 10 changes made to the Bible. Just 10. The one thing, Mormons, you need to understand is not even the Catholic Church built their homoousious God on the church. They built their church on Peter, not God. Unbelievable that Nelson would pull a stunt like that. Unbelievable. If anything, the Christus should have been put right as the cornerstone at the bottom, at the base. And then he could have put the logo for the church next to it. That would have been fine. I couldn't have ridiculed that. But he blew it. Instead, he put Jesus on top of the cornerstone, which he called the church. And the Catholics even symbolized that with Peter's tomb at the base of their Vatican, the church, so that they can symbolize in real time the biblical changes. Alright, priests, lawyers lose to a man like Moses. There we go. Who made who? Parlez-vous? Who made you? Guess what I was listening to at the end of my run today? I'm going to put something in the description. They used to force me to put something in the description. They've gone back to making it optional. But I don't know. Is anybody even bothering with the descriptions? I've tried putting what I would put in the description in the videos at times. But I don't know. Is anybody even paying attention? Man like Moses. Should I put Louis Armstrong's Go Down Moses? Why not? It's been a while since I've used that. 28 weeks later. That doesn't look like Sandra Bullock. I don't even have it as the initial list to pick from. A kiss to build a dream on. That's a good one. Let me shut off the volume so that YouTube doesn't freak out. You can't use song clips from public domain videos. Yes, I can. You cannot change copyright rules. Yes, we can. It's our site. We can do whatever we want. We have total authority. We are the chosen ones. Yes, I'm mocking Trump if you haven't caught on. And again, Republican Trumpites have missed it. Just like Mormons have missed Nelson. Just like Christians have missed Constantine. Everybody misses it and accuses everybody else instead. Unbelievable. A legend for all time. You were one of the best, Louis. Okay. Alrighty. So, let's see. I'm not going to bother with a picture. It doesn't seem to have a direct effect on how people choose to watch my videos. Okay, TWG v LDS. I had personal stuff in there because I was talking about my ex. And a continuation on that, if I can remember after I just said I had a continuation. You know Samson and Delilah. Delilah cut his hair and betrayed him to the Philistines, and they got sealed in the temple of the apostate church at the lion house of the beehive house. Recognize that, Mormons? That's right, Temple Square. And so I again reminded Karen of that yesterday. You are Delilah. You cut my hair and betrayed me to the Philistines. And she did. She used to cut my hair. Hilarious. Let's see, post-April 2020. Yeah, I did talk about the signs in the heavens. This is the end. Comment review. Not quite. Well, not quite. Almost. Dreams. LDS Church News, LDS Critic. Utah News? Not sure. Don't think so. Bible lessons. Yeah, we're talking about Pharaoh and the priests and Moses. And the Mormon Jesus. Star Watch. Mormon Coming of Christ. LDS Crimes. Latter-day Resistance. These were too vague. I should have been more specific. But I was starting. I didn't know where the videos would take me. LDS Messiah series, yes, because I'm going into more specific detail. Bible prophecy. Did I talk about? I did, didn't I? When I was talking about what I told Karen about Joseph. Corrected Mormonism. LDS Church closed. Mormon brainwashing. I didn't get into specifics with the Egyptian, I don't believe. Alrighty. I got another porn wars that I could come up with about prostitution of Brigham Young. You did know he did prostitution, right, Mormons? What do you think happens when you instigate polygamy? You take away women from other men. And as a result, those men, if they don't have a woman to satisfy their needs and urges, they go crazy. Stone cold crazy. and they tend to be home wreckers and rapists, and what Mormons today are doing, because we don't have polygamy. And the Utah government cracked down on the cruising of main streets. Specifically, the various cities had to do that. I was in the singles ward back in the millennia, previous millennia. Actually, we had just turned into the millennia. And she was bold and confessing that she was a prostitute. That's why she always had to bring her kid with her to the activities and to church when she had no husband or ex as a result. And so she would tell me about how, I can't remember if it was Orem, it might have been Orem, which is unusual because Orem's where all the righteous Mormons are, isn't it, Mormons? And rather than Ogden, where all the fun news happens, the highest per capita of sexually transmitted diseases exists. And she was talking about how she would, cruise the main street of town, as others would cruise the main street of town as their method of hooking up. We didn't have internet dating sites back then, I guess, and prostitution is illegal in Utah, as they tried to hinge point away from Brigham Young. I say, oh no, we had nothing to do with that. No way, man. Yeah, alright, whatever. You didn't tear down the building on Regent Street. But, yeah, she would pick up a guy and take her to her apartment, which I thought was strange. Don't you go to a hotel? No, you have to pay for a hotel. So she'd take them home so they know where you live. Yeah. How much did you get paid? How much did you charge? Oh no, it's free. Well, then you're not a prostitute. You're just a whore. She just... the stupidity of Mormons. But it doesn't help when you have one guy who gets up in a fast and testimony meeting of church and says that prostitutes are people too. We need to love everybody. We all knew who he was talking about. Oh my God. The desperate condition that Mormon men are in. Come on, women. Help them out. You're supposed to have charity. Charity dates, charity marriage, charity. Lend a helping hand at least. Oh, dear God. What a nightmare. Alrighty. So nobody cares. Nobody cares. So I'm going over my site, checking out the channel. Now we're looking at comments. I guess I can turn this up. Random news. So we'll include this. Random Muse on my older channel was very poetic in his comments. And he does his own videos on his channel, which can... he commented to my comment about his Judas Priest. Oh man. So to my LDS church rookie lawyers make major blunder, which I did yesterday, he said, can all humanity say in universal synchronicity? Synchronicity. That the police? That is the police. Sting had not separated yet. And blissful harmoniousness, checkmate. Sure, I knew you could. Remind the judge of your years in Mormon purgatory. That's in the lawsuit, with their lounge restraint adjacent to the lake of fire and brimstone. Interesting how corporate entities are given the innocent until proven guilty ad infinitum without question. Especially in Utah, where the winds of change. Winds of Lucifer's bellows blow hot and searingly, not to be confused with searing, spelled S-E-E-R-I-N-G, strong. Oops, a Gabberian slip there. He caught on. Alrighty, check, mark that one. And then we got some dot, yeah, spam. I don't care if you like it. I'm not gonna accept your videos. I'm not gonna subscribe to you. You're going to present spam in the coming election. Sunny Day was the one who responded, so the second coming isn't Jesus but someone else. And then I gave scriptures of Jeremiah, and then in the Gospels when Jesus was mocked because he failed, and then the Book of Mormon, or the Doctrine and Covenants passage. And so Sunny Day responds, I look forward to his return. You're supposed to be looking, Sunny Day. That's part of your baptismal covenant, Sunny Day, if you truly are a Mormon and not trying to mock me. So, Random Muse commenting, TWG, oh, the irony of it all. The Mormon master puppeteers telling their proxy puppets to beware of puppeteers who might actually have a real substantive tune, drummer, guitar riff, etc. I do recall finding myself unable to bend my spirit to accommodate their iron rod of misplaced cautionary blither. Alrighty. All caught up on that. Should I go to ABC4 News Utah first? Oh, it's finished. Is the Mormon not working this morning? I guess not. Okay. So no, we won't do a news coverage then. We'll instead, I was wanting to check Utah Federal District Court. I was wanting to check if I'm allowed to e-file, even though Judge Furse never gave the order for how filing is to be commenced from here on out, as I was forced to do the waiver of summons because the judge refused to give the order. And then, as I found out yesterday and reported, that nobody cares about, that the church's lawyers filed on the 10th, but they never gave me a copy of the motion to dismiss. And so I'm having to email the judges, hey guys, you failed to do your job, and now the church is failing to do their job, or the church lawyers are failing to do their job. Here's e-filing. Takes me into a different place. And yeah, I have to have a client code. What's the client code? Is it my case number? I doubt it, because then anybody can sneak in and send in files. So yeah, how did they get the client code if they filed by email? They can't. They filed in person with the clerk, which means they failed to file the certificate of service to me. Oops. So yeah, I'm supposed to have a username, a password, and a client code. And so, you know, this is a restricted government website for official PACER use only. And the judge has not issued this order and process for us. And so, yeah, this is now confirmed. The church lawyers screwed up royally. And if they think that they're being clever by saying, oh, well, you didn't file the summons in the court, so we don't have to either. Yes, you do. I just read Rule 5 yesterday for our audience, my audience, of 32 people on the latest one. Was that it? Is that the one? Connection to Moses, Gabriel sounds magnet earthquake. Yeah, that's the one. LDS church rookie lawyers make major blunder. 32. That's it. And then Random News commented. And nobody disliked or liked. And so, yeah, it's confirmed. As I put in today's video, LDS church, pharaoh, priest, lawyers, lose to a man like Moses. And I put in a little GIF video clip. My movie maker doesn't recognize GIFs, so I have to convert them to videos in order for them to show up. Otherwise, it's just a picture. But, unbelievable. They just have no respect for the courts. That's contempt of court. It's just a rookie mistake. And I just don't get it. Because they have resumes. Taylor, I think, is the one being taken under the wing of Swen, as Swen is the one who filed. But Swen seems to have more experience than Taylor did, or whatever his name is. Thaddeus, or whatever preppy Mormon name. I just can't believe that this is happening. I file with the court. I've been through it before. I know the process. The clerks see that it's for the church, and all of a sudden they say, oh no, you have to wait for the judge to issue the order. You can't submit the paperwork yet. You can't give us the defendant's copy of the complaint. You have to wait for the judge's order. And so I wait for the judge's order, and the judge doesn't do it, and the church commits more crimes, and so I'm submitting addendums if you go to my PACER docket. And of course, I knew that this may not be the right thing, but I didn't know the right thing. And so finally, Judge Furse thinks she's got me, and she's going to dismiss my case altogether with a hearing. And I go to the hearing, and she says, you didn't do this correctly, and I don't see a number value for the amount of relief you're requesting. And so I then say, well, yeah, but the church is paying the person who had me disappeared in that 2008 case. The audience behind me, and the judge taking notes, says, all right, fine, you've got 30 days to refile. I file in 30 days. Still no order for service of process. And so I'm going, what the hell? How am I supposed to get it to them? I was approved for informa pauperis, which means the court has to give the order for the marshals to deliver, because I can't pay a service processor. And the guys who did donate to my GoFundMe account should have gotten their money back by now. If they didn't, that GoFundMe needs to get a swift kick in the butt for stealing your money. But I never accepted it. I refused to give my deposit information. And so now they don't respond anymore. But finally I found the waiver of summons rule. And the church was still committing more crimes. They covered up that I had what I had revealed to the judge, that the church had been paying this person. And so they attempted to cover that up after that. And so I was filing other motions for service of process. Please order the motion. She refused. She's not doing her job. She's not doing anything. Then I find out she's been fired before being assigned to my case. And from Gaddy versus COP. That's where she was fired from. And the church knows this. Was Swen the guy involved in that other case? Let me check on that. I mean, yes, this is a rambling video. Gaddy versus COP. Look for the purple on pace monitor. Okay. What the? Oh, okay. Okay. Mine is the ones going into April. I'm like, what the hell? And so, yeah, it still has the final memorandum, decision, and order granting 6 motion to dismiss without prejudice, and denying without prejudice as premature 32 motion for leave to file amended complaint. So interesting. And denying motion to file amended complaint, but without prejudice, which means she can file a complaint, or she can challenge the argument, or without prejudice means that Gaddy or Kay can refile. That's what without prejudice means. If it's with prejudice, it means she's denied and can no longer argue, which is what Benson did to me back in 2006, before the 2008 retaliation against me. And so, yeah, let's go back to the beginning. Let's see. When's the appearance? Summons issued electronically. See, that's how it's supposed to be done. Furse did this. She knows the process. She did it with Gaddy. And then it's, what's his name? It was signed by the other guy. Let's see. Case has been indexed and assigned to Judge Furse. Plaintiff Gaddy is directed to e-file the complaint. See, that's how it's done. And for me, she was supposed to order service of process for the marshals to do it, because I was in forma pauperis. And yeah, on Tuesday, August 6th, which was the day after she filed the complaint, which would have been through the e-service, it's a restricted document, summons issued electronically. That's how it's supposed to have been done for the defense in my case, but they didn't. I'm looking for the lawyer for the Gaddy one. Let's see, motion to dismiss. Where's that's the proposed schedule. And so, yeah, none of this was done in my case. That bitch. Sorry, but if you can't follow your own rules of office, you are in contempt of your own court. Motion to dismiss. It was Wesley Harward, sorry. Are you the brother of the Harward I knew in the singles ward, who for some reason thought I was her boyfriend? Okay, attorney Wesley F. Harward was added to the party. So when was the first party issuances? And it's not showing here. See, here we get on the 28th, which is later, the next day, then we have David J. Jordan on behalf of the church. So here we've got more experienced guys, I'm imagining. Let me do a check. Lawyer David J. Jordan. Yeah, it is Taylor. David J. Jordan. STOEL.com. Are you your own person now? What's going on? Commercial litigator. Commercial? West Point, New York? So you were hired by the church? What's going on? Who is this guy? Salt Lake City, Utah. He's a partner of Stowell Rivs. You left the church. What is this? Or did the church get new lawyers? What's going on? White collar criminal law. That's why he was brought in with what is going on? What is this? Wesley F. Harward. Let's check him. Lawyer. Is it possible Harward that the lawyers for the church are not the McConkey, whatever you call them, commercial litigation from Stoll? Are these the new church lawyers? What in the world? That could be why they filed, is that they're claiming they're not clients for the church. But no, it's not the case. Lawyers for LDS Church explain 100 billion. Says, okay, wait a minute. Arthur Ryman, an attorney at the law firm. Are you gonna come up with a thing saying I have to subscribe? This is from Newsweek. It's Mormon Church stockpiled $100 billion intended for charities and misled LDS members. Is being co-published with Religion Unplugged. And complaint. IRS filing, 74-page document. Reached EPA's Managing Director Roger Clark. You don't really answer questions, and hung up the phone. Ensign Peak articles. Others supporting an organization without the written consent to the first presidency. And so the church is saying, we don't know Ensign Peak Associates. Who are they? I hardly knew them. They're on their own. If they didn't follow the rules, that's on them. Oh my God. Let's see, a former member. Where's the lawyer thing? Started taking documents. Organizations IRS. An internal EPA slide presentation. Whistleblower complaint. Supporting organizations. Come on, where's the lawyer? Church of Jesus Christ. Nielsen says the Giga Church needs a place to park its cash. Giga Church. Oh man, this is an awesome article. Yeah. Business Insider, which became Market Insider after he had published it, went over Ensign Peak's own portfolio. $40 billion in that portfolio. Where's the lawyer quote? Come on. How hard is this? Mormon Inc. And we're all familiar with the Time article. There's the picture of Willard Richards pushing out Joseph Smith from the window. I don't understand. Undated engraving after a drawing by Didier. He shows Willard Richards there at the window with the gun in hand, shooting him. Oh my God. I just paid my Mormon tithing. Why don't I feel better about it? Come on, where's the lawyers? Cloak of secrecy. Oh my, how long is this? In response, Church Media Relations Department, lawyer about the lawyers. You said you had lawyers. I hate it when they do that. They put in the little thing on the search, something you're looking for, and then you look at the article and it's nowhere to be found. Swenson, LDS, Church, lawyer. Kurt McConkie, co-chair of the firm's litigation. The history of the Church of Jesus Christ, and they're talking about Swenson, which is why he was promoted in the law firm. And there's further history of Swen Larson Swenson. There's his LinkedIn. Former dissidents. LDS Church's law firm. Curtin McConkie. Overson Law. More locations. Is it? Holy crap! Is that what they're doing? Is that what Swen is arguing? That we're not the one that handles this particular lawsuit? Is that what they're claiming? Because apparently there's an Overson Law, and then there's a C. What's the C? That's A, that's a church. But B and C, more locations. Leishman and Todd, Provo Missionary Training Center. Mark J. Gibb, Clark C. Stephen, Matthew C. Ballard, Curtin McConkie. What the hell's going on? There's like a whole ton of them right here. That's the church, that's the church. Those are churches. Is the law firm for the LDS Church. Legal clinics? No. LDS Church adds a new step for members using. No. Lawyers for LDS Church asked judge to throw out lawsuit filed by. Okay, this is recent news. This was 4th of April. KUTV.com. What's this lawsuit about? Lawyers for LDS Church asked judge, oh, this is the woman claiming rape by the mission president, or the MTC president, filed by alleged sexist. They always do that though. That's not news. Filed by McKenna Dennison, she's the rape victim. And they don't say lawyers for. But a missionary training center president in 1984. And Nelson's kids were pedophilia, satanic ritualing at the Bountiful House in the 80s. So sex was on the Judge Kimball. Oh, man, already it should have been disqualified. He is not fit to hold office. He was in the 2006 case, which was actually in 2005 when I started it. He kept dragging it out and delaying it. And then Benson took over, and Benson said, nope. Prejudice. Okay, David Jordan. And it's a lawyer for the Mormon Church, and that's from the Solat or whatever law firm. Huh. Well then, what is Kirtland McConkie then? Curtin McConkie. Professionals. Full service commercial law firm. Is that why they're commercial? And so it should have been given to these other lawyers? Let me... Lawyer... David Jordan... what is it again? But he's a commercial litigator. So, again, what the hell? He's commercial litigation. it has to be commercial because the church is a corporation. So is that what they're doing? Is they're switching lawyers around, doing the shell game for people trying to sue the church? Was I supposed to send it to the church directly? And then the church can decide who is supposed to be their lawyer for the case? Unbelievable. Alright, so, yeah, I have no idea what's going on. They're playing games. But Kurt and McConkie is the church's lawyers. They're commercial lawyers, just as this other for Stowell Rivs. And Stowell Rivs is home site. Coronavirus Research Hub. Insights. Melissa Jones featured in Law 360. So yeah, that's who they are. They're just about Stowell Reeves. Leadership, diversity, client services, pro bono. I can get them to be my lawyers. Can't do it. We already have a conflict of interest. And so yeah, this is, something's not right. Something's wrong. So Stowell Rivs is also a law firm. This was not hard in the beginning. In 2006, it was real simple. The Judge Kimball ordered the motion for service of process, so the court knew where to take it. Unbelievable. So way to go, Furse. So yeah, she gets reassigned on August 29th. Notice, this case is assigned to a magistrate judge. And then received consent reassignment form from plaintiff. Received from the defendant. All consent reassignment forms have now been received. The case reassigned to District Judge Robert J. Shelby. Evelyn J. Furse no longer assigned to the case because she got fired. And she thinks she's going to go into private law firm? Unbelievable. She does not care about her job. She's just giving up. She's throwing an emotional tantrum. Unbelievable. Alright, this I'm sure is already an hour, 50 minutes. Yeah. So, yeah, I did it right. As far as I knew, it was in good faith. They even, they said they did a hearing saying we are the judges representing the, no, they can't, no. No. Notice of appearance. Ta-da! We represent on behalf of. No, I did it right. So that can't be their motion to dismiss. That can't be their cause. So no. So yeah, this is just all wrong. Nothing like this is ever supposed to happen. So I just, unbelievable. Hell. Can't believe it. All that they've done to me. And they're still playing games. Just unbelievable. Willard Richards shooting Joseph Smith as he's fallen to the ground. And the church uses that as a picture to show the incident of how it happened. It's just unbelievable. This is not a complicated case. It's an open and shut case, and that's why it's so complicated on purpose. Because they know the church is toast. The church is toast! Where does that come from? That's from something. So, yeah. Yeah, so that's Denison's latest thing, is that the motion for dismissal has been filed, and so they're waiting for Denison to reply as we're in coronavirus time. But I'm sure that judge also, Kimball, filed the process for electronic filing. Unbelievable. So, yeah, this is all one messer splits. That is a hit Yiddish, or is it Jewish? Messer splits. Master plots? No. German word. Messerschmitt? Messerschmitt. I've been pronouncing it wrong. Messerschmitt is an occupational surname. No, I'm... Knifesmith? Huh, knife maker. Huh. Messerschmitt. Where did who's been saying Messerschmitt? That had me saying Knifesmith. Is there some... Nope. Messerschmitts. From the Middle High German words, knife and smith. Messerschmitt. There's nothing else it refers to. Huh. Okay, so it's just me that got it. Probably from watching World War II documentaries. David Messerschmitt, Daniel Messerschmitt, Alphonse Messerschmitt, Franz Xavier Messerschmitt, Harold Messerschmitt, Morten Messerschmitt, plus Ferdinand Messerschmitt, Ove Messerschmitt, Willy Messerschmitt. Don't recognize maybe Franz Messerschmitt. He was a sculptor and a physician. Daniel Messerschmitt, the engineer, the sports shooter, American soldier, Danish politician, German painter. I wonder if he's the one who did. No, he didn't. Who is the painter of the four elements? No, that's not the four elements. Or is he the... No, that's not the painting. Four elements. No, that's not the painting. Four Elements paintings. It has different versions. Huh. Wow. These are some great works of art. So yeah, I'm just wasting time if you haven't figured. It's pretty much over because I'm fooling around trying to find the four elements, and I'm sure you don't care about the four elements painting with mesher splits. So let me stop the video. Wow, these are awesome works of art.